The LCD screen on the Pro X70200 displays system status. It uses a combination of 2-line messages and 9 status icons that quickly and easily indicate the operating condition. It's so simple. Here's what they are and what they mean. Let's begin with the status icons. The power icon indicates that the control is powered at the terminal L1. During power up, a self-test is initiated and firmware version is displayed. The BV icon will display whenever the vent input feature is activated and the BV circuit is closed. Anytime BV is flashing, that indicates that the external block vent switch is open. More information will be provided on this in the diagnostics section. The TT icon is displayed when the T1, T2 terminals close. If a thermostat is connected, this indicates a call for heat from the thermostat, or it will indicate a physical jumper is in place, or if the TT jumper option is set to yes in the setup menu. The limit icon is displayed whenever the burner limit circuit is powered. It is important to note that in order to initiate a call for heat, there must be 120 volt power to the L1 terminal, 120 volt to the limit circuit, and T1 and T2 must be closed. The flame icon is present whenever the CAD cell detects a flame. A flashing flame icon indicates a high ohm value in the flame detection circuit. Attention to the flame or CAD cell is necessary. The motor icon indicates that the motor is energized. Likewise, if the motor icon flashes, that means the motor was not detected or may be faulty. The igniter icon indicates that the igniter is energized. If the igniter icon flashes, this means the igniter was not detected or may be faulty. The valve icon indicates that the oil valve circuit is energized. If the valve icon flashes, that means that the oil valve was not detected or is at fault. If no valve icon appears on the screen, it means the Pro X has been set up for no valve. Anytime there is a fault, the fault icon flashes in unison with other status icons indicating a problem exists in that area. Status icons are visible on the screen to indicate the current operation. In standby mode, the standby message is present and a time indicator is active and counting up the time in standby. No call for heat message will appear on line 2 of the display. If no button is pressed, the screen will go blank after 10 minutes of inactivity. Press any button to wake up the screen. In addition to the status icons, the Pro X70200 will display on-screen messages in real time to enunciate all timed functions, operation messages, and fault information. Let's review some of the timed function and operation messages. We will cover fault messages in Chapter 5. On a call for heat, the screen will display the message pre-ignition for 3 seconds. The next message to appear will be valve delay on. If no valve was selected, then the sequence will advance. Otherwise, the message remains on the screen with the time indicator counting down. After valve delay on, we progress to trial for ignition. Once again, the counter will count down the TFI sequence, and depending on the setup, this will be 15, 30, or 45 seconds. During trial for ignition, when the burner ignites, a brief message on the screen announces flame detected. Within 3 seconds, the message will return to counting down the trial for ignition. If no flame is detected, a fault message will appear. More on that later. When trial for ignition is complete, flame stabilize follows for a short period, and finally, burner running until the call for heat is satisfied. After the flame shuts off, motor delay off cycle begins and will count down until the burner returns to standby, no call for heat. Each of these messages are accompanied by a counter that provides real-time information about the sequence of the operation. The expectation is for anything that occurs outside of the timing range will be recorded if a fault occurs, and that information will be useful in diagnosing any issues. These on-screen messages represent a typical start and run cycle. Other messages may appear depending on the mode option settings. Please review the installation and operation manuals for additional details.